Hello, everybody, and thanks for joining us for this special live session. I'm Itzik Amiel, and we are here with a weekly switch series called the Switch It On, where we share ideas, insights, and inspiration, helping you as a professional to switch relationships to revenue, referrals, and reputation and stand out from a crowded marketplace. And you're invited, so if you watch me, I'm live right now, and you're very much invited to join me after a while, of course, and to remind you all, every strategy or solution I share in this episode and any other episode before and after, we can help you get much more out of it by advising a firm, mentor you personally or a group of your firm and your colleagues, and even execute it for you with our done for you services. So never be shy to ask. That's the reason I'm doing those sessions and to get connected. And let me add value to you, to your practice, to your organizational career. Okay, I hope that's a deal already from the beginning of this session. And again, I want to welcome all of you who are joining us. Today, we're going to be talking about advocacy marketing, and specifically about the how can advocacy marketing can boost significantly the referrals to your practice. And again, you can type in your chat box who you are. Please feel free to do so and let us know who you are, where you're dialing from. I would love to know that you are here. I can see all of you joining. Anna and Rajesh and David, Kamal and Moore and Davino and Jane and Dorgo and Balis and Mariana and Deborah and Jevo and Catherine and Don. And thank you very much for all of you. I can see it already for 73 countries. Wow, that's amazing today. Um, and again, let us know who you are, where you go dining from, okay? Really, that there are scores of reasons why you should really aim to turn every one of your clients into an ambassador or of brand advocates, if you want, to repeat business, to countering bad word of mouth, to getting your brand in front of the audiences you didn't think about yourself, and so on. So many reasons to do so. And in this episode, I really want to discuss the fact that advocacy marketing is a top referral growth strategy also in a professional industry, in our industry, and why you should start today with it to build your competitive, to beat them up and boost the referrals to your practice. That's the whole reason for it, and very specific reason for advocacy marketing. And again, I want you to be in joining us. And again, if you have any question during the session, before or after, feel free to ask it again during the session. So I'll be happy to answer it. And of course, always afterward via LinkedIn, you can send me a message and I'll be happy to help you out. See, of course, it's not idealistic to think that the majority of your clients will go to help and promote your practice and services, right? But having just a handful of brand advocates is more than enough to tip the scales of your favor and get more referrals. And that's already the beginning thing I want you to learn from the beginning. I don't need all your clients to become your advocate. If you get a handful of them, that's already boost and grow your practice. As a professional, you see, you have a lot on your plate. So you might be thinking, client advocacy? I cannot add another thing to my to-do list. And I want to cope with it right now from the beginning. Because client advocacy is not necessarily and will help you really tick off a few more things of your to-do list in a short amount of time. And that's the reason you need to focus on it, because it will help you shorten up your to-do list. Because in today's intensely competitive professional world, there is no room for anything less than an amazing client service and experience. And I did a lot of session about it. And more professional firms opt for a client advocacy strategy that rewards their commitment to the client and really boosts the referrals to the firm. Let me explain. But before that, again, I want to say hello to all of you who are joining me right now. Yes, I'm live. Thank you very much for joining and tuning in and for your time. And again, if you have a question, where do you ask it? Absolutely all the time, every time you want to ask, just type it in the chat under the video you're watching, or send me a PM and I'll answer. Okay. So let's talk about the importance of client advocacy. A client advocacy strategy is actually a marketing strategy that prioritizes client within your practice in order to leverage clients as part of your overall marketing strategy. After all, your clients are the best sales force you have. And if you don't use them wisely, yeah, I mean, maybe you don't think about it enough. Because by constantly focusing on clients' needs, yes, on clients' need, you can be sure that future practice initiatives, whether it could be a new services, new product initiative, new practice group, or new way of delivering the services, is done with clients in mind and really be praised accordingly and directly influence your referrals because the client will share with anybody else. A well implemented client advocacy program should really learn from every point of client contact and really utilize the feedback that the client give you when making business decisions in the future in your firm. By listening to your clients, you're also actually building up your practice brand image. We talk about corporate or firm brand and your reputation as a brand. Again, your personal branding that really values clients. When approaching a client advocacy strategy, you need to think of how you could best engage with your client. You need to be transparent and eventually leverage this client to be your advocate and your best ambassadors or your best sales force, if you want to call it for that. Now, the two most important steps to consider are one, building an online community, and second, collecting the voice of the client. So here's how you can get started. I hope you are with me. And again, if you have anything you want to add, do it in the chat. Again, those of you joining us now, we're talking about, I see you asking about advocacy marketing. And again, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you put your time on it. And in the short time, I want to explain to you, I'll do it. And I said the first step is building an online community. Social media like LinkedIn, where we are in, or Facebook, or Twitter, or whatever, have been part of mainstream internet use for a decade. I hope you agree about that. Now, the way in which professionals use them have changed dramatically in the past couple of years. And maybe you are the best evidence of yourself, right? How do you use it? See, today, leading professionals use social platform as a brand awareness tool. Again, as a brand awareness tool. So they're also used to build and enhance the client experience by routing clients' complaints and feedback to the right, maybe department or somebody in the office, demonstrating really commitment to the client in a very public setting, social media, right? So to build your online community, you do not need only to share your own content, but also content generated by your clients or potential client. It's essential part of building that community. Because you as a professional also need to pay attention to positive feedback and highlight that content. Part of a successful online community to help you boost referrals to your practice is paying attention to the content generated by your client or maybe even your collaboration partners in social feeds. And you want to reward your most active community members for sharing that knowledge with you. What you do actually, you're transforming your followers into stars. You make them feel important and listen to. This is, by the way, my best-selling book, The Attention Switch. You share, you retweet, you reblog, you like that what they post. It's all about interacting with clients or potential clients in an authentic way. That's how you build this community of people who gonna celebrate sooner or later you and your content and your services. But I said there are two steps, and the second step is collecting the voice of the client. But before I go deeper again, I want to say hi to those of you joining me now: Anwar and Marina and James and Dolphy and Dari and Doriani and Patrick and David and Alex. Thank you very much for all of you. Again, if you want to be part of the community, share with us where you're dialing from, who you are, so everybody will know. Okay, we're speaking about advocacy marketing. And again, if you have any question, type it in under this video in the chat under, and I'll be happy to answer it. Also this session, and if not, after I finish. So the next step, I said, the second one is collecting the voice of the client. In order to really turn clients into advocates and boost your referral to your practice, you need to have a strategy to collect and share what your clients are saying about you, about your practice, about your firm, about your services. By having your clients share their stories, even anonymically, that don't even necessarily have the name, you're helping them connect with your practice and with other like-minded people too, like other potential clients. But why has it become so important? If you realize what's going on online, become more important. It's not a secret that today research really shows in different industries that 84% of clients do not trust advertisement. Again, we all that. People are actively looking for a third party validation in making a decision about a product or service or purchase. We all do that when you buy a computer, when you go to a restaurant, you're choosing an hotel. This is definitely true also in a professional industry, and you're just going to get more and more and more. And it is the foundation of referrals. Now, letting clients promote your practice brand or services for you can have a serious impact on yours and your practice reputation. So, collecting clients' feedback through online reviews will give your practice all sort of insights into what clients want and expect from you, whether it is a fast reply or maybe improved communication or good client experience. Do me a favor, don't start guessing about, oh, I think the client. Don't try guessing. Collect this feedback from the client, ask them. Don't do survey, go ask them, sit with them, have a coffee with them and ask them. Because this will help you get a much clearer picture of what needs improvement. Improve your service to your clients, highlight the right opportunities, and understand where you need to invest more resources. And I always say to law firms that I work with, if you do it personally, you build the relationship, you choose to look for it, yeah, you put once a week. Don't outsource it to third party to collect your feedback, because part of collecting the feedback is the word you used. When you sit, you feel the energies. It's much more than just a process of pen and paper writing down things. And as I said before, I want you to understand that engaging with a client in this way will also help you build trusted relationship. And not only that, it will improve client retention rate and make your clients feel appreciated and cared for. And that's what you want after all, if you want to retain them for a long time, for a lifetime. Focusing on building a good reputation, positive reviews, and great client success stories are key to boosting your referrals and promoting your practice via clients advocacy. That's why I'm talking about it today. And let me add another step, step three, which is connect actually the client advocacy or advocacy marketing to making referrals out of advocates. That's step number three, making referrals out of advocates. Because once you slowly started building your client advocacy strategy, it's time to think about boosting your referral, right? After we're doing it for boosting your business. Getting referrals is all about encouraging your happy clients to tell their friends about you and spread the word about your practice and your services. After all, why should they keep it only for themselves? See, referral marketing is all about great client service and make it easy for clients to share their thoughts. And then finally, rewarding those who do. Of course, you want to reward them. Because in today's internet driven world, clients have more power than ever. And it's your responsibility to take advantage of that power to help your practice grow. Because in every industry, including our professional industry, 92% of clients trust a peer recommendation more than traditional advertising. And as you know, referred clients are less likely to leave because it's cemented in your practice. They like you probably even more. So you're probably asking, how do I do that? Itzik? I get your philosophy, your thinking. I'm with you. So to help you implement all these ideas, I want to share with you five simple way professionals and small professional practices, even medium, can get the clients to talk about them online and offline. And then you develop by that your client advocacy. Okay? But before, again, I want to remind you, if you have any question, please feel free to type it in the comments below. And again, we're speaking about advocacy, marketing. And again, thank you very much for all of you for joining. So the first way you can get your clients to talk, and I will prepare it so I can show you, to talk about your firm online and offline is number one, is monitor who's talking about you, then get in touch. Monitor who's talking about you, and then get in touch. Let me explain. This is definitely the easiest step, by the way, that you could be taking. No matter how small your practice, you can always find people talking about it. I hope you agree about it. By using, how do you do that? You can use, for example, mention.net, or maybe other tools there free on the internet. And you can easily find existing conversation and start talking about these users or this potential client replying on maybe Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, or other blogs, whatever it is. Your comments for their interaction conversation foster more interactions, more brand awareness, and more committed potential clients who know you're there to help. And I ask you vividly, check it out, or maybe somebody in the firm to do it for you. If you do it right, and someone that might have just mentioned you once could turn into someone who will consistently mention and recommend you and your services. As simple as it sounds to you. So that's the first way. Monitor who's talking about you and then get in touch with it. Second way you could create the client advocacy is number two is give your tribe one opportunity a week to talk about you. Give your tribe one opportunity a week to talk about you. Let me explain. Sure, New Connection may talk about how great your service is, but after a while, they might not mention you much, right? And they may view your service in a very narrow way if you don't give them new topics to discuss about. Maybe it's a new development, or maybe a new milestone, or even just an opinion you would like to share on the subject. If you want to develop a strong brand voice, first, you actually have to use that voice. Obviously, right? Speak up and share. Of course, your tribe and potential client are listening. Regularly give them something interesting to talk about. And if you do it right, people feel easy to share about you and your practice. So that's the second way. Give your tribe one opportunity a week, or in a period of time, if you cannot do it a week, to talk about you, about your practice, about your services. Thank you very much for all of you joining. And I mean, way number three for creative client advocacy, and way number three is make your support social. Make your support social. What do I mean? More and more potential clients, even of professional firm, ask support questions on social networks rather than traditional channels like calling you or by phone or sending you an email. By answering most of your user questions on social network, and there are many of them for free of charge, you can really dramatically increase your online presence and build a solid base of support. If you want to get more information on how to do this on which platform, please get in touch with me and I'll show you something nobody really knows about if you really want to stand out. So send me an email. Let's work on it together and I'll show you how can you stand very easily by making your support social. And why not? Because it's fast, it's free, it's public, and also turn potential client with questions into supporters and followers of your services. So even if themselves are not going to be client, they become your supporters and advocates, and they will bring you the clients you're looking for. Okay? Ready for the next way? I hope you're still with me. I see a lot of you are still with me, and we still have time. So I said I promised 5 ways. Let me go to where number 4. Where number 4 is go the extra mile. Way number 4 to create the client advocacy is go the extra mile. It's a common saying, I hope also in your country, that excellence is doing ordinary things extraordinary well. Right? Going the extra mile not only delights your clients, it gives them something positive to share about your brand and attract more referrals to your practice. Now, in my humble opinion, speed, relevancy, and genuine charm can sometimes make the difference between a practice with decent word of mouth and an awesome viral service. So don't hesitate to go this extra mile. Not only will the person you help appreciate the effort, so everyone else will find out about you. Trust me, they will. Again, don't forget to type your question in the chat box because I'm going to come for the last way I want to share with you today about creating this client advocacy. I hope you're enjoying. I hope you see your mind start thinking about all the way. But way number 5 is take stances. Take stances. Focusing on a few specific area in your industry and taking a clear stances on relevant topics help you stand out from the crowd and get people talking about you. And I talk about it a lot of time when I teach personal branding, help and mentor a lot of lawyers about it, how to build a personal brand is the distant point of view. So for example, if you decided to focus on innovative technologies for professionals, that's where you should dedicate most of your resources and set yourself apart. In time, you become an authority on your subject that people reach out to and trust as well. Take a position and then back up that position with a thoughtful content. People will notice and they will share. And that's the reason I'm teaching a lot of people and I'm mentoring a lot of lawyers to do that, because it's important to all of us that you will stand out for something else. You become the authority and people share about you. Instead of running after people, they'll help you promote your services and you'll be in the selection mode. Which people you can help, which one you would love to help, which one you will skip. Again, if you have a question, now it's the time to ask it. But as you can see again in this episode, your clients represent a huge opportunity for your practice. With client advocates and client ambassadors, your brand is more likely to engage with new clients and build trusted, long-lasting relationships. Client advocacy is a helpful step towards getting more good referrals and actually the one you need in building a brand community where your clients can exchange freely with each other. Now, it's vital to keep your clients involved in a community where they feel engaged. This way, they are more likely really to take part in your clients' feedback and your referral strategies. In today's professional landscape, my friends, client advocacy is the new competitive difference or differentiation way in a marketing and a good first step towards things like building a referral marketing process for your practice. And I want to deal that you have the same thing. Let me make it clear here at the end. If you have a client advocacy or referral marketing strategy in place, you're going to be ahead of most competitors. I got as a show and I train and I help a lot of law firms do that. And that's exactly the simple thing that a lot of others do not know how to do. A lot of coaches and speakers around market, but they never did it. And it is, how do you implement the strategy to stand out? You're already leveraging a high performing channel. So why wait? You want to get started even today and leverage your best marketeers. What are they? Your clients, of course. Now it's your time, my dear friend, to take action. I don't see any question coming, but I want you to implement what you've learned in this session and think about the point I gave you and the ways to promote client advocacy. If you need our help in implementing it in your practice, or if you just want to learn how to build your authority in your field and build better relationship with the clients so they become your ambassador and you boost your referrals, this is exactly what we do for our clients. Professionals like you and me around the world, we train them, we mentor them, and even doing the work for them. And meantime, with me personally, by implementing the strategies in their practice. I like so much practical strategies, no consultancy, no things that theoretical, really things that you can really take and implement right away in your strategy. So if you want to help, send me an email or private message in LinkedIn to see how can I help. Next week, we have another amazing top expert to discuss a new practical strategy and to grow your practice and build better relationship, reputation, and referrals. If you want to make sure you never miss one of our weekly Switch On interview series, follow me on LinkedIn or go to the Switch Hub website. Let me share with you the link so you can easily find it up. It's hub.thesuite.ch, hub.thesuite.ch, and that's where you can sign up, get my business development strategies and tips, and you can check and register to my new online courses and workshop that you could see more important information, or join the Switch membership community. And is the link for that is hub.thesuite.ch/join us. And you can really join there to the membership community to learn more how to grow a practice and your brand. And of course, you're very welcome to send you a private message or email me to ask any question you have and see how can I be of value to you and your practice. For now, I want to thank each one of you for joining us. I don't see any question coming, so I guess everything clear, or you just want to digest. Thank you very much for that. See you everyone next week, my dear friend. In it's the same time, right? In Tuesday, 6 p.m. Central European Time, 12 p.m. Eastern Time, 9 a.m. Pacific Time. And remember, switch on and implement advocacy marketing strategies to accelerate the growth of your practice. From me to you, thank you for joining. And bye for now, everybody.